What's up, y'all? It's your boy QEP. Nerds rule the world. Initial thoughts. I screened this at home. The Surfer, Nicolas Cage, dropping May 2nd. My thoughts of watching the film. I thought it was very Nicolas Cage. If you love Nicolas Cage, this is a very Nicolas Cage film. It's a weird film. Basically, this man is going back to the Gold Coast. He wants to purchase his family home, but then he encounters a bunch of servers. Well, one of the surfers is Julian McMahon, Dr. Doom. It's Ghost Rider facing Dr. Doom. If you're a Marvel head, you know what I'm talking about. But then it just gets weird. They won't allow him to surf because it's only for locals. But he was a local. And then he just stays there. He's fighting back. He's trying to buy this house. And just a lot of weird things go down. I'm going to have to do a review on the channel with my man Anthony Francis. So stay tuned for that. But The Surfer, I don't know if I can recommend it. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's like in the in-between. We'll talk about it. Nerds Rule the World, your boy QEP. What's up, y'all? It's your boy QEP, Nerds Rule the World, and my man returning from Screen Comment, Film Threat, all the things. The man's everywhere. The movie review, Mr. Anthony Francis. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you? Glad to be back. It's been a bit.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to do one again, man, and especially a project like this and an actor like this. So let's show the trailer for the film we're reviewing today, The Surfer from Lionsgate and Roadside Attractions. Let's go.
You can't stop a wave. Born in a storm, way out to sea. Pure energy. And it's all building to this breaking point.
Uncle's Army!
I grew up here.
Don't live here. Don't surf here.
Hey, Dad.
It's okay. You're scaring my boy.
Now. No need for all this fuss. Listen to me, brother. I know it's smart to lose face in front of your boy, but you gotta know when to back down, or it could get a whole lot worse.
This is a special place for us. It was magic here when I was your age. My old house is finally for sale, and I'm buying it.
Just want to go home now.
Wake up.
Locals only. Don't live here, don't surf here.
I'm not surfing. What's the view for locals only as well? Hey! Hey!
Men are like engines. You've got to release a little steam now and then or you'll blow up.
That's my board, and I want it back.
Listen, mate, I think you've been out in the sun too long.
No, my father gave me that board.
I can tell you myself, that old board's been up there for as long as I can remember.
She's a beaut, isn't she?
I'm not trying to be cruel.
We don't belong here anymore.
All I want is to take my son surfing.
Don't kid yourself now. Before you can have everything, you have to experience nothing.
What?
Pathetic.
That's a good one.
All right, that was the trailer for The Surfer. As of this recording, might be in your local theater, might not. You're on the internet. Do a Google search. Definitely,
You figure it out.
the streaming on demand everywhere. But I think it was like 2 weeks ago or a week ago when this dropped, right? I think as of this recording.
Last week.
Yes. So limited release, probably not too wide a release, but it should be in its. No, you know what? I think it's in its larger release now, but probably in limited theaters due to it being an independent film, and with all the other big tentpole projects out there, you might have some trouble finding it. But go look for it. But we'll let you know in the comments and everything. But yeah, it's out there. We're gonna talk about it, but we will be talking spoilers because since it's out now, and I really want to get into it with my man Anthony Francis. So Anthony, let's dig in. Actually, no, I'm forgetting all my other stuff. Let me do my ritual before we dig in. where we give a nod to the cast and crew. And actually, I'm forgetting one other thing: our initial thoughts. So before we do that, I have a repetition, y'all. Y'all know these reviews here on the NRW. What were your initial thoughts, Anthony, when you first saw that trailer that we just showed again to the people that may not have seen it? When you first saw the Surfer trailer and in anticipation before you then saw the film, and we'll get into that.
I was excited, but cautiously so. I have been a Nic Cage fan since the beginning. Back, nobody remembers in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He didn't even say anything. No, I've been a fan of him. Look, when he got into his legal trouble, that's when he started doing all these straight to video, this and that. And so the last decade has been tough being a Nicolas Cage fan. It's like being a Mickey Rourke fan in the 90s. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
I was excited. I thought it looked like the proper vehicle for the style of acting that Nicolas Cage does. So I was ready for it.
Same. It was definitely had the makings of a Nicolas Cage vehicle, and I was ready to take that trip because, like you, Anthony, I am a fan. So let's talk about that cast and crew before we dig into our review. Again, as I always say, y'all, it takes a village to make a work of art in film. So our props to everyone on the cast and crew. But I will highlight a few of those folks. But we're giving mad love to everyone. The director is Lorcan Finnegan. Writer is Thomas Martin. Stars are Nicolas Cage, Finn Little, and Rahel Roman, as well as, man, where's Julian McMahon's name in here? Because he's in there. Yeah, Scaly.
I was going to say, you forgot one.
I was like, we gotta have Julian McMahon in there. Those are kind of like your top tier cast on there, and pretty much as you see from the trailer, we have a man returning to his childhood home area of the Gold Coast, Australia, looking to purchase a home that he once inhabited as a kid. But before he does that, he wants to kind of show his son in a special way by taking him out to surf so he could see the home from, out there on the water. But he encounters a bunch of locals that, unless you live here, you can't do that. But I also think they're a bunch of assholes in a lot of ways as well. So this whole film is him trying to do that. His son leaves out, but then the son starts to, play tricks on the man. He's calling, and things start to shift. And I have some thoughts on this as we'll talk about in our spoiler review, y'all. But things just don't seem to go right, and then he changes up towards the end. To proclaim his love, and then I don't know. I'm still confused, actually, to be honest. And you'll find out when I review this with Anthony. It works itself out, maybe at the end, or maybe this was all a pipe dream, or just the son and all the things that he ate to kind of survive over a day or two, or I don't know how many days. Because this felt like a film. I'm not gonna kind of like gingerly get into this review with my man Anthony. That's your basic kind of story plot, because it's simply a man trying to buy a house, but it goes over time, and he's trying to keep himself nourished, but somebody shitted in the water fountain, or there's poop placed by the water fountain. There's a dog kind of also keeping him away from the water fountain to clean it up and also just kind of probably take care of himself. The man goes crazy, and it felt like a film that was written by AI in many ways, or just somebody just sitting who got stuck in a park area. I've been to Hawaii. I've been to, the coast where you kind of like sit in that parking area and then you kind of go down, but you have so much time if you're like waiting for other people that you could just like look around and like make a story out of something. That's kind of like what it felt like Thomas Martin, the writer, did. Like he got stuck in the situation and he kind of put a screenplay together from just everything he saw. Very entertaining, but also very weird. And also what could happen if you don't get proper nourishment and you start to go crazy, because that is exactly what I felt out of this film. Let me throw it back over to Anthony. That's kind of, again, your basic story plot. Coming out of the surfer, Anthony, coming out of the surf. What were your thoughts, man? This was a weird effing film for me.
Yeah. It was strange. And one thing I appreciated about it is that it wasn't what the trailer was kind of designing it to be, another Nicolas Cage kicks ass kind of thing. It if people go in thinking that, they're going to hate it. If they go in, and hopefully everybody who's listening who goes to it will take this with them. If they go in thinking they're going to see a strange, not so much a character study, but a acid trippy day or two in the life of a character, uh, going through a mind F, and then some. I think people will enjoy it, or at least have an interesting time. I thought it was fantastic. It's not perfect. At the end, it's basically, yeah, that was great, but point, you know. But I thought it was fantastic. I was consistently interested, consistently confused, but in a fun way. And just when I thought, oh, I bet oh no, it's that. Oh no, it isn't that. It's that. And it wasn't that either. And nobody's going to be able to figure this out until the end. Very quickly, I don't know if you are into like early Australian films, but in the 70s, when the Australian films were really pushing it and, coming into their own, 71, Ted Kotcheff, who recently died, the director, did Wake in Fright. It's a famous cult movie about a guy's bizarre trip through the Australian outback. And it's very trippy, head trippy, acidy like this one. Donald Pleasance is in it. It got into trouble because they really shoot kangaroos in the film, and so
yeah,
that's why it was. Yeah, that's not fun to watch, but it's one moment. But it's a fantastic movie around that. This is kind of in that vein. The way it was shot, I thought it was shot in like an old 70s style with the grittiness of it, and we'll get into it, but I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. I'm still kind of like, I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm just trying to figure it out. I think that's my biggest thing. What the hell did I just watch? So, we see, as you know, Nicolas Cage going through it. We see him pass an old man that's already living there, a vagrant, if you will. But I kind of also feel that's really him. And this is all like in his fucking head, and he's thinking back to when he was young and he's still living there. Like, I'm trying to diagnose it as maybe his son really was never there. Like, all of this is like that old man that we saw that's already living there, that vagrant, because he eventually takes over that vehicle. It's so weird. Like, because there's so many things that are like off, like that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it mind fucks me, Anthony, because they want us tracking with Nicolas Cage, right? That's where we follow the story along. They present the old man, but then he kind of drifts off. But yet the same situations feel like this is what would have led that old man to being in that situation, Because why else aren't the police listening to him? Why aren't the son and other people reaching out? He keeps calling and nobody's answering. Like, I felt like this is the dovetail that led that old man to be him, and that's really Nicolas Cage. And we're seeing that. It just, what really happened, because obviously Nicolas Cage isn't, I don't know, dude. I feel like I was out in the sun too long. I was eating stuffing rats and and that's what makes the movie beautiful as well. It's that crazy weirdness that it mind fucks you, bro.
Dude, the rats.
That's why I'm speechless. It's not, it's that I can't figure it out. And that's what's getting me, and why I can't hate it, but I also can't love it because I can't figure you out.
A famous Nicolas Cage line from Con Air, give me back the rabbit, That, for me, that has been overtaken by eat the rat.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was great.
Number one, Nicolas Cage. No one else could have done this but Nicolas Cage. Fucking brilliant.
And you know what? With Cage, you get either Oscar-worthy batshit Nicolas Cage,
Yeah.
or what the hell is he doing, batshit Nicolas Cage. This is, it walks that line. But if and this totally could have been a film where he went into the stratosphere, and he doesn't. And I was at the same time disappointed and happy.
Oh yeah, he could have gone crazier. Yeah.
Yeah, he kept it, tight. And I don't know. I thought he was fantastic. I've defended even his craziest performances.
Yeah. So what is your take on what the fuck we watched though, man? What really happened? I
That's
don't
what I was
understand.
gonna say. I think it's ambiguous a little bit. I think what I got out of it is because it was so crazy and so just fucking weird. I think that we're both right. I got out of it, or I came away with what it was is what it was. The whole you've got to lose everything to what does Julian McMahon say? By the way, I love Julian McMahon.
Oh yeah, I've never seen him so vicious.
Yeah. And does he age? What the hell?
Oh, I know, right?
He had gray stubble and he still looked like he did on Nip Tuck.
Yeah.
I say, scratching my gray stubble. For me, when it was over, I took what it was. Like McMahon and his crazy guru, weird hippie surfer shit. That's their initiation. That's the jumping in of the gang, and that's really
so now he can buy the house and we're okay with you and we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, and now he's a part of them. But that's what I came away with, because it's just so batshit that they laid it out that way, and I'm thinking, well, all right, they went there. That's fine. But listening to you, I think you're right too. Is it all in his head? Is he we're spoilering, right?
Yeah.
Is he the old bum in the car? Replaying everything. Is Cage's son a vision of Cage and all he went through as a kid?
Because like he was pulling stuff in the old man's car that shouldn't have been in that car.
That's true, but I thought I had it all figured out, and then we talked about it. And I'm like, shit, I don't know. The only thing I can say about that is once it's revealed at the end, they bring his car back. It's all nice. But I don't know. I
must have been sunbaked then.
Yeah, I know. I don't
remember the car coming back and all that shit.
Yeah, they brought it back all cleaned up and.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
This film, bro, like
I don't know. And that's what's great about it. We have two completely I don't know what the fuck opinions, and yeah, I really think it's not going to make my 10 best list probably, but I thought it was completely fascinating, and I love the ambiguities when it was over, which I now see as ambiguities because we've talked. So
and that's what's actually now raising it up on my list a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it plays with your mind so much. And that's the intention. You want to watch him get, mindfuck from not getting enough nourishment, not being able to pay for things, the calls, no one really answering and understanding him.
Yeah.
It just takes you down that line. So shout out again to this entire cast and team, the crew. We went there, and it's been a while since a film has mind fucked me so much.
Yeah.
And this film did that.
With that kind of thing, even if it's good these days, it usually gets ruined by the reveal. And,
exactly. Yeah.
And now that we've talked, I'm not sure the reveal is a reveal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know anymore.
Like we both need to watch this again, man, because I think like that's a reflect. The bum is him. Like it's so kind of like And
if you think back. The surfer. I'm not talking about the ocean, but there is a lot of emphasis on water. on getting water, getting to water, water
Yes.
for survival.
And how his story mirrored his father, but yet what he's doing, and then him talking about his son, and then we see this old man, like all of that, like we never got full the details, but you got to kind of like
Right.
weave it together,
Yeah.
bro. It's like over meta. Like I don't know.
Was the old man a representation of his father? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I wish we had talked about this because now I don't know.
You know what? I'm happy we're doing this because, like,
oh, me too.
I got mind fucked, and now I feel like I finally mind fucked somebody else to that's seen it now, and you, Anthony. So thank you for letting me because now we're all in there.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
We gotta see this again, and what way to totally help promote a film. Again, shout out to the PR firms that we're blessed to be able to review these films and just to talk about things that are just so different. So if I'm gonna recommend this film because it is what it is. If you're a Nicolas Cage fan, if you like these kind of weird twisty stories, you're gonna get that in this project,
and you're never gonna figure it out. You think you will. I thought I did. You're not gonna figure it out.
And also, let's shout out the rest of the kind of. I don't know the names again, fully. And it was a lot of character actors. Obviously, Julian McMahon, who we know, but like all the thugs, quote unquote, surfer thugs, they all played their part. The cop, man, like all these characters were like the coffee guy. Just all these people, guy. Very interesting, and all play their part, and it helped build this tension and everything. And even the way this shot, I loved how we watched Nicolas go crazy. Yeah. And we know Nicolas can give the crazy, but we go on that fucking acid trip to this craziness, man. They presented it, I think, really well.
With the rat scene, and I won't spoil too much of that, but besides, it's in the trailer.
Yeah.
But I thought that's where I'm like, oh, here we go. They're going to turn him into some kind of Superman, and he's going to rush through their little hut they had there and just slaughter. And I'm glad they didn't do that. I was really happy. Yeah. Excuse me. I like it. Look, you recommend it. I highly recommend it. I think whatever the viewer ends up, wherever the viewer ends up by the end of the film, you will not have had a bad time even if you didn't like the movie, if you end up not liking it. There won't be a point where your mind will wander because it pulls you in and your mind starts focusing and asking questions and like you said, it's at times visually striking. It's just this weird, everything's orange sun hues, and I think I like it even more since we talked about it.
Yeah. I'm starting to definitely.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing it again. I want to show our son. It took him a while to become a Nicolas Cage fan, but he did. And I'm like, okay, let's try this one.
This is a Cage film if you're a Cage fan. Yeah. But yeah, it feels baked in the sun. Have you ever been sitting in have you ever been to like a seaside park and kind of, just hot out and, maybe waited a little bit?
I used to live in Florida, yeah.
Dude, it captured all that. So again, props to everybody on this film. The more I talk about it, I'm still upset because I still don't know what the fuck I watched. I'm trying to understand what he's saying. It just feels so different and layered and all that, but I like that. I like that it can become different films in different instances. It may not be for everybody, obviously. I know there are a lot of people that are beyond you and I that would fucking hate this film. But I'm all for it as a film fan and as a creative, and just that it takes me there, And I need to, sometimes.
A critic friend of ours probably would hate this.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
To piggyback on something you just said, it has a great sense of place. I've never been to Australia. But it really does. It's there's nothing phony about it. They don't overdo it like, okay, look, we're in Australia.
Yeah.
Just they kind of casually take us through this literal seaside area of a mile, maybe total.
Yeah.
If that. And there's a little community, not just the surfer guys, but there's a little community in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Such ass.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what I'd do in that situation. I would probably just go as crazy. I would have left. I wouldn't have kept on. He was too persistent for me.
But I
give it
thought
up,
that
man.
too,
Just leave.
I thought that too. Like, just start walking. Somebody will pick you up. But then I'm thinking, it's the Australian outback. You don't want to go strolling down the highway.
True.
In the hopes of a car coming by. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I really, really liked it, even more than we spoke about it.
All right. Well, thank you, Anthony, for sharing again your time as always to talk about films. We always have fun, and this is probably the first film that has really mind effed me. I'm sure you know how I am.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Yeah, I'm somewhat speechless. This film got me speechless, more so than Substance last year, which I love.
Yeah,
this really mind effed me because I just was trying to figure it out. But those are our thoughts, y'all. Go ahead.
Real quick, I'm hard on today's films, and I think rightfully so. And it's everything you just said. It's the rare movie these days that keeps you consistently guessing, and then by the time it's over, you're still guessing, and you're not sure. And it's the rare movie that doesn't try to wrap everything up in a bow or give you a bunch of hints.
Yeah.
During it's the rare movie that makes you think, I guess. And if nothing else, I appreciated that.
Oh yeah, it's refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Anthony, how can my people check you out on the movie review, screen comment, film thread, all the things? Again, y'all, I have Anthony's links in the description below. Please support my brother. How can they check you out?
Do it.com on the movie review and screen comment. I still have some reviews up at filmthreat.com. Instagram. I don't even know what I am anymore. At the movie review, and then X, Twitter. I don't know how much longer.
We'll never say that X. It's Twitter.
It is Twitter. Thank you.
Always be.
And Star Wars is Star Wars, not A New Hope. Anyway, on Twitter, yes, I'm a nerd.
I love it, dude. I love it.
On Twitter, Anthony, capital S, capital C, the number 1. And there you are.
There you go. That's my brother, Anthony Francis. Show him love. Support him, and hopefully I'll also have Anthony back here to do some more reviews with me. Nerd out, because nerds rule the world, y'all. I'm Kuya P. I need to get fixed because I'm brain fucked all the way through by this film. I'm afraid to go to Australia because of this film now, or at least a lowly beachside town. I'm afraid of locals.
I'll go to Australia, but I ain't going surfing. I can assure you of that.
Man, and shout out to Nicolas Cage, man. That dude always brings it. There you go. That's Anthony Francis. I'm Kuya P. Nerds rule the world.
Eat the rat.
There's a cut. Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello. Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds Rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes,
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right, nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy QUP. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.